as a whole.
5 seconds remaining.
Evil Genius is going to be prioritizing that meeting hall control. As Shate sees Shate did not hold, almost getting a headshot.
3 opportunity deficit due to their inability to reinforce inside of box. But no, Shate unable to capitalize on a single one of them. They're still trying to figure out meeting hall. You see, they've been able to get the mirror window and open up one of the walls. Necrox smartly falls off as Shate is moved from construction just to rear stage. Fabian eliminating NVK. That was the bandit playing by the mirror window inside a meeting. Penta's looked very, very good and very comfortable at being able to dissolve this beachhead that EG has set up inside of meeting itself.
Fabian gets Necrox using the opening of the mirror window. Great job from him to open it up earlier, allowing that kill to happen. Second one for Penta, or third total, as Shate gets BC. And Evil Genius is now in a 2-on-5, not looking like they have a good chance here. Canadian going up the stairs, pre-fires from Penta, and Pengu will get that kill. Young getting one on the flank though. He still has a lot of time to delay, but he's a great operator to do so. As he attempts this ace clutch. Moving back into box, here come the gas canisters to cut the rotation off. Pengu not gonna be breathing that in for some reason. But he's gonna have to deal with the post plant now. A push from Pengu, ill-advised. Young only needs to find 3 more, and because of that, Penta will get much more conservative. Firebolt's going to cut off rotation. Looking onto the drop, eating a lot of flames, and Young put onto half HP. He's still got a chance to win this round, but he's got to do it in the next couple seconds. It doesn't look likely as Young gets fully blind, and Fabian from behind, hearing that call from his teammate, will secure the kill. Penta put it on to match point.
Opening kill and closing kill, as well as a third in between. Team captain leading by example. Penta takes their first lead of this map, and they do it on match point. Pretty remarkable. So round number 8, we see overtime between the two of them. EG has looked good when attacking upstairs. That's where Penta has to go. They'll bring a Zofia and a Capitao. Young, who had gone as a blitz previously, was taken out a little early on. Last time he came to attack. Basement, he'll go with the Capitao, which was a strategy in which worked quite successfully.
That had success, as you said, on this site last time they went here. Just gonna try and delay as much time, I'm sure. Now, the thing is, the reason they had success here is Evil Geniuses went for kind of a brash strategy. They tried to push into nothing but the main west window directly into the A-bomb site, which is a huge risk. As you said, the blitz from Young not able to do as much work as they expected when they pushed into Big Hit Storms.
10 seconds left.
Reinforcements going up inside of Attic. Rotate put in at any point. Goga played in the back tower. He'll go back up there as well. That shot stay inside of that open window just next to him. Over top of the hatch to be able to see if anybody goes for a repel. That's also an important position because it deprives the attacking team of an ability to hang off of those windows just by kids' dorms. You can't successfully pressure kids if there's somebody holding that window because they will see. You'll also have somebody up inside of tower who will have a much better angle as well.
That's Goga playing the Ella. NVK going to see him though, so Evil Genius is going to be aware of that roam deep inside of tower. Young pushing into bathroom, looking to clear the main hallway. Last time they attacked this site, they didn't clear out these roamers downstairs, and it cost them dearly. So they're going to put a lot of emphasis on it this go around. Cafeteria control in favor of Evil Geniuses. Grenades start coming out to clear the utility. Fabian still has plenty of through mines. He's just going to have to wait for them to regenerate. Falling back, in fact, to the main lobby, which NVK is going to catch 2 off guard, but only get 1. No, he can't get the second. Fabian with the refrag, though he is on very low HP.
Torn apart as he tries to retake Kitchen. It's efficient. They've used about half of the round. They know that most of the pressure off-site is gone. But Goga now will have to retreat very wisely and back up to the confines of the actual bomb sites themselves. He lost 2 roamers. Not always a wise opportunity for another member to play that far away in case the attackers decide to rush Brazeley, we've seen that a couple times, and it has overwhelmed the defense. BC, who's having a heck of a round, he'll take out Shate from below. Very little help for him as the rest of EG lines up at the bottom of White Stairs. That's where Goga is now pushing. This in the main lobby, gone up the main stairwell. Barbed wire behind him will be destroyed. That would have been an audio cue that somebody was coming. And they trade. BC eliminated though. What a round from the Buck to carry his team. 1v3 for Penguin. The situation where we see that clutch factor can go quite far. He will have to do it if he wants to avoid overtime. Some shot will rattle through the big window as he sits just underneath it. He'll go out for a kill into the Capitao. He'll be rewarded, but they know his position, and almost a crossfire established just as you wait for Necrox to get into sight. Instead, Pengu will push up. It's Canadian who's trying to get a cover. Necrox gets off the defuse, and overtime awaits us for Oregon.
One an attack from Evil Geniuses, clearing out those roamers downstairs, putting it onto a 2-on-4, just the anchors alive. Good flank from NVK coming from the meeting hall. Didn't look like Penta was expecting that.
Evil Geniuses will get an opportunity to defend twice. They look very good upstairs. That's where they will go. Kids dorms, where they've been very successful, but not have the same fortunes in the basement. So if they're able to win this and potentially take the downstairs basement, this could swing in favor of Penta. This is going to be a very tough task. Fabian right now an excellent job leading from example. Typically looks quite comfortable on this map. He's taking more of a frag. He does support. It's paying off for his team.
That is kind of interesting when you have your IGL top fragging. It happens, it has happened, and Canadian's another example of people who tend to do that. Good job, Fabian, to be able to establish that dominance. Evil Genius is going to be holding the site similar to how we saw Penta go about it. The question is, will they put more emphasis on the meeting room, which is a big priority? Evil Genius is able to exploit that last round.
Penta's been very good at clearing up that meeting room. So for me, if I'm EG, I don't know how much resources I'm going to put inside of that meeting hall. But I mean,
not inside of it, surely, but you have to wait for people to push through it.
That is correct. Jonas, back tower, rear stage. He comes in, he'll shoot at some of the soft wall. There's nobody on the other side of it within range of his crosshairs.
So BK going to be that person, that form of utility in a way, to try and dissuade the attackers, if nothing else, from pushing from tower into meeting hall. Goga gonna catch him on the drone. Nothing else though. Penta is just inside of tower. They're taking this nice and slow. They will clear attic, and by proxy, eventually, surely, the meeting hall.
Fabian gets lead-off kill on the Canadian. The Pulse had been integral in defending this site previously. That'll be, I believe, the 9th or 10th kill for the captain.
He's been having a fantastic match, as has BC on Evil Geniuses. But Shate lit up to 1 bullet's worth of HP from almost every gun at most ranges. So he's going to be in a bad spot. Still got a 3-speed Ash to aid him, but it's not nearly as much as 100 HP. Clearing into the base, NVK going to see that drone, and instead of trying to fight it, just going to fall back to main lobby. But surely Penta will expect said rotation. In fact, no, there's no one watching the main lobby as NVK goes for run out and will get the kill. What a job there from NVK, seeing the hole and seizing it. A second from behind. Shate goes down. Gonna get a third. Gets lit up inside Armory. Elsewhere, lots of frags going down for both teams. It evens out into a 3-on-2. Penta have control over Generator. The diffuser is in the hands of Pengu though, repelling on the B windows. Here comes the push from the Capitao, and BC's not expecting it. The main hallway uncovered. Necrox will refrag it, leaving Pengu now in a 1-on-2, but he's inside of B. Necrox gets the kill, and Evil Geniuses go up 5-4. What a hold there from EG.
I feel like overall, though NVK's flank was so important to that team, Necrox won that round. He has looked otherworldly the last 2 days. Typically his contribution to the team is not always reflected on the scoreboard, but yesterday and today are definitely different. He tweeted out on the very first day of quarterfinals that he wasn't particularly impressed with his own play, even though the rest of the team was able to eliminate FaZe, and I think he's learned from that and played quite well recently. So now Penta will go downstairs, and once again, match point for Evil Geniuses.
Now the attack onto the downstairs is a tricky thing to figure. Evil Geniuses has had mixed success here so far. A couple losses, a couple wins. And I think the main reason that they've been losing is because they're unable to follow through for EG. Opening up the junk tower doorway, BC gonna give its position away. Almost saw a kill there from Fabian, but luckily for BC, he's playing very passively, expecting the team to come out. Rotation hole, so he can potentially move into cafeteria, but doesn't look like the vault prompt is there. He's going to instead adjust.
Okay, the carriers that we have, we should use this as an
now,
advantage.
Penta has
Okay.
actually fully fallen off the road now.
We have a lot of we have
and
shields and a
downstairs,
bash,
which is
you know.
not really a roam
Plus-
site. You need to be able to
plus a
establish
level
that
427
even
Zarya.
as a defensive team to have any chance in the later
We can't hear you.
Necrox had droned BC, and Fabian very smartly had pulled back and will join Shate down. Now, one thing that Pengu played very well last time on this site was those back stairs. He's still situated up there. It doesn't look like EG has used any real opportunity to discover the drones. BC's drone in particular will spot the Ella. Canadian gets lead off onto Goga. Goga's had a bad day so far and may not have an opportunity to redeem himself on this map, but Yona's position as Canadian pushes in. That is a good trade for them as Penta able to get that refrag.
You can see that Penta is anchored very decisively on those tower stairs, and Evil Geniuses maybe putting a little bit too much focus onto that, as they could potentially just push into the site. They don't have the impacts from Canadian anymore, so they have to use NBK's Ash charges to open up the hole they so very desperately want on that mirror window. Young preps the fire bolts. Hopefully this time one will go in the mirror window to disable it. Here comes the push from EG.
Looks like BC primed with one of those grenades that have been so good. Area towards the bomb site denied. Shate just misses that frag grenade and uses his last toxic babe. Necrox breathing it in, will try to get out of there in time, but cannot. He gets felled on the stairs, but not finished off. Young just waiting to see, but Jonas, his second kill. That's Young down as he had pushed in. Plant going off will give away the position. They're gonna hope that NBK can cover. He'll get one. NBK manages to stick it, and BC gets Diffuser down as BC takes out Fabian before Pengu eliminates NBK. It's 2-2. Necrox has been down on the stairs, as well as Shate, who's been down as well. So we'll come down to the Mira, battling against the Buck. On the line here is the potential for EG to be able to go to series point. You can hear the Mira coming down, but Penta will win this one. BC falls. Pengu plays that smart, and we will have an 11th round.
Nice buy there from Evil Geniuses, mostly due to a well-placed gas canister. They will lose that round. Necrox narrowly not avoiding that death. If he had been able to get out safely and plant the diffuser at a later part of the round, he would have had a better round overall for EG.
The top floor is locked. They will need to go down to the basement for the third time this match. The previous two times they were unsuccessful. So this could be Penta tying up the series if the trend line holds. For EG, a couple notable changes. A Rook and a Mute. EG had put a lot of investment inside of the meeting hall hold, and Penta methodically cut it off every single time. They were able to come in and sweep through them. Almost first time, every time, by eliminating the mirror window and then taking NBK down. He was playing at it inside of pantry by the kitchen. Instead, I will imagine they'll keep more bodies on site itself. The castle. NBK bringing the ACOG of Rook, able to provide long-range assistance. So the roaming Rook is something interesting that we see from time to time. I would be hard-pressed to imagine NBK actually on himself.
It's likely that Evil Geniuses is probably going to provide more patches this round, given the way that their aggression did not fail them. Last time they attempted to push into Penta. Penta very good at gauging aggression from the other team and simply waiting out the round, or going in with their own aggression should the round call for it.
So our final round, no matter what. EG prevail and put themselves one map away from keeping the World Championship on North American soil, or will Penta tie it up? And if Penta does tie it up, that means we will be guaranteed Bank as our fourth map. No team will be able to win it out 3-0.
Very slow scale from Penta. They just want to make sure that they don't have to deal with any flanks later in the round. And because there's no basement on the west side, that's pretty easy. Necrox the first kill of the round though. Goga goes down. Nice headshot there on the road.
That's the Capitao gone.
So big.
That is probably your most important pick of these 5 operators because there's no smoke now and no isolation. Still though, Pengu, arguably the second most important.
They're going around, get a point.
If you'd taken out the Hibana, then that would mean the hatches would be safe. That would have been depriving them of the control of
Let him
the
take
stairs
point, let him
inside
take
of the
point.
main lobby.
Flashbangs going into bathroom. There are no defenders here, but
Let them take points.
as sure as
They're
possible.
gonna die.
The problem is though, that's a huge waste of utility from Penta. A lot of flashbangs tonight. I think I just saw that all of the lifelines from Eunice are used. I'm not sure how they could have used them so early in the round. It has me a little bit perplexed. Last flashbang there from Pengu as he pushes down the main stairs. A run out from NVK over by Tower. He's looking for any more frags he can get, and that aggression is clearly not stemmed for EG.
And they're still making very good time. Penta's been able to get onto site quite quickly as one smoke is expended from Young. That'll be down. It won't cut off the push from the stairs, but will stop them from being able to drop through the hatch. So they are lined up at the bottom. This is typically when your Capitao would be able to get those smokes down and allow your team to push relatively unhindered. Necrox sees the Hibana of Pengu, gets a shot off, and will give his position. He's joined by Young. Our eyes are doorways. This is what we say establishing a crossfire. Necrox still just going away. There's a mute jammer on that wall. There will be no way for a drone to be able to get in from that angle to discover him. One of the attacks from Zofia go off downstairs. Penta looks like they're ready to drop, but still, as they hit the barbed wire at the bottom of white, EG holds an advantage. Shate jumps up on top of Laundry. As smoke hits him perfectly, he'll get about half of his health taken off. He'll have to pull back. Only 20 seconds left. Necrox inching up so close. One goes down. Pengu doesn't look, sees the mute. Necrox and Canadian. It's 5-2 for EG. And Necrox still uncontested. EG, one map away from the championship.
Well played retake there from Evil Geniuses. Gotta give a lot of props to Necrox clearing back into Meeting Hall. Interesting that Penta established that control and then forfeited it later in the round. They could have potentially just held that push from the flank and had a much better time when actually executing under the site. Though some amazingly good smoke play as well from Evil Geniuses to say no to that. Necrox definitely to be the MVP for that round.
Now, with this being a best of 5, that means that we take a break every 2 maps. So the teams will huddle, talk amongst themselves, and we will let our experts dissect what we just saw. A stunning lead right now of 2 maps for Evil Geniuses as we hit the cafe for map. Matt?
Thank you, Kickstar and Interbank. Great work so far. Seeing Evil Geniuses go 2 up and indeed just 1 from being the retaining world champions. On my desk, Fox 8 with Zoronic and Wilkie. Now this is a match we look forward to. These are the 2 teams that ideally we would have put on a stage to contest the world champions. You want the reigning one. You want a brilliant challenger in just any world championship. And here at Siege, we want EG and we want Penta. We've got EG. I'm not so sure who's lining up opposite, but let's talk a little bit about EG first and what we've seen across those 2, because that's going very well.
Now EG throughout all of their performance, this is the most dominant that they've seen. Especially from the previous match, you could argue that if NVK got a first pick, EG would win the round. If NVK unfortunately didn't go in his favor, EG would lose a round. But now all players are playing absolutely well. Necrox is again showing up immensely for their team, playing in sight. You can't just pick a player and dissect them because the whole team is the reason to their success. And it looks like Penta is being blown out of the water right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they lost, was it 3rd or 4th round that they definitely should have won. And then again, the 6th round, they just, there is something in Penta's play that seems to be misaligning.
Yeah, the 6th round was like really crucial. Penta was like doing their comeback in that round and they looked like really good. They should have won that round, but there was a problem. Like they set up to drop from the kitchen hatch and do the plant below the kitchen. Jonas should have been covering the long hallway with the glass, but for some reason he started to rotate and allowed 2 people from EG to rotate from the church to the armory side and just kill everyone inside of the armor that dropped from the kitchen hat.
And that would have been a pretty much 100% win situation with a team like that in those sort of positions. Yeah, Junis just kind of folded it a little bit.
It felt like there was a lot of comms problems in Clubhouse from Penta's side.
Yeah. Map 2, 6-5 in overtime to Evil Geniuses. That Penta. So it felt like we're not sure this is the Penta we know, and from throughout map 1, and then a comeback felt like it was coming.
Yeah, it seemed like they were building up for a comeback on our map here, but I don't know. It's the first time I've ever seen Penta be scared.
Yeah.
They look when you look at their face expressions, they look rattled. They look scared. They did in Clubhouse, and after losing this one, now we see them take a break and have a little bit of a talk about what to fix.
Well, again, EG, just like in last match, they gave Rogue a little bit of a chance to come back, and it looked like if they didn't close it out too quick, Penta was able to bring it to overtime. But fortunately for EG, they play really well when their back is against the wall, and Oregon being one of Penta's strong suits, you'd imagine that they would have taken it, but the fact that EG got it, it's looking grim on Cafe, especially since Penta doesn't have that much experience that EG does on the map.
I felt like in Oregon, Penta just didn't respect enough EG. Like they went for 1v1 fights all the time when you can fight the numbers. Like the biggest problem, in my opinion, was the Oregon top floor defense. Like EG plays it every single time the same way. They have 2 people upstairs, 1 in kid's bedroom, 1 in generator, 3 people near the kitchen. So you have 2 options. You can go for the kitchen, clear the roamers from there. Penta tried that. Didn't work out. Or you can go upstairs. You hold the angle from the school bus, the white stairs, with one guy goes to the garage and holds the angle from there that no one can see for you to the generator. Then you go to the generator floor wall, open it up with Termite or Hibana, and take the 3-on-1 fight against Necrox, who's playing smoke on the generator. And then there is the one guy in kid's bedroom that you need to take out. And you, again, have 3 people against 1 guy at that moment. So why don't you fight with the numbers when you can and just ignore the guys in the kitchen? But I just think Penta just wants to take those one-on-ones all the time, and it's not paying off.
Are they here as a team who are thinking we're going to win this thing? We know they're very confident in their attitude before games. Are they here thinking, well, we're going to win this thing? So individually, they're all trying to win this thing, but as a team, it's not functioning.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned the whole confidence thing, because sometimes if you're confident enough building up and you get smacked, which kind of happened in Clubhouse, it's really hard to come back from that, because all your dreams were broken like this, and now you gotta wake up and get back to it.
Yeah, that's something that has a very big part in this, in my opinion. Penta felt very confident, and so did EG in both maps, and the decisive win by EG on that first map could have confused Penta, questioning their play. And like we said, they're not looking like the Penta that we've seen previously. So I think that and this amazing crowd have to contribute to.
Yeah, EG are a team who feed off a crowd when they're with them, and when they're doing badly, the fans get behind them to try and lift them. Penta haven't got quite as much support here in this arena. There's a lot of great fans for Penta here. They're going to have to lift that team. Now, Penta are a team that we've talked about over the last, 5 days, coming up to day 6 here, how they always look just like every match is the same match, it's the same day. They're always ready, they're always here to do business, and they looked like that again, but something has tilted them, and tilted them early. We are looking here, though, at a team who can shake that off.
Yeah, they are second-guessing themselves, which we haven't seen them do in any of the matches leading up to this game. I think EG has surprised them a lot. And EG, like I said, is playing absolutely perfect. The whole team, all around, great chemistry, and especially that mid-round pep talk. Bacon's got to be giving them some type of words for this last match, and we all know how big of a play coaches bring, and Bacon's arguably one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
On the opposite side, someone like Shas is really going to have to get his team back now, because they are falling apart, and they need a pep talk as well, I think.
To go out of this 3-0 in the World Championships for Penta would be brutal for them, and not the final I think that anybody here would actually, want to enjoy. We're expecting this to be a great contest. If it's 3-0, that's a story in its own right. I've always said that in all the competitions we've ever done, but I also quite like a fight to the death and to see a team lose on the day because they were beaten as opposed to they lost a match.
Yeah, and before the match we talked about that. Last time when Penta played in the finals in Gamescom, they had a lot of aces on their sleeve against Elevate, and they smacked them. This time, we have not seen anything special. There's I think all the cards are revealed already.
And that's really strange.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem with all the resources they have.
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
And the creativity they've got. We've had Fabian here on this analysis desk, and he's talked about how, you know, they created something 30 seconds before coming out and got on with it. And I said to him, well, you know, why don't you create a bit earlier and practice it? Because like, well, sometimes we don't know what we're doing.
And there is also one big problem coming up in the next map. It's a cafe. The one map that Penta doesn't really play at all.
So if there is anything in Penta's back pockets, and if they are going to show us any surprises, it needs to be on this third map of Cafe. Remember, it's a best of 5, so we can go beyond this and see what happens later on. It'll be Bank afterwards and Coastline to finish if we get there. It's not looking quite so likely that we will. So, does Penta turn up now? And do they bring us stuff on a map that we don't normally associate being a strong one? Or do EG continue on their charge towards lifting that sledge and keeping it with them for a second year? Let's find out. Back to Kicks and Intero. We'll go to Cafe. Is our world champion going to be crowned at the end of it? Let's find out.
Welcome back after a short break for the teams to recuperate and you at home to be able to go get something to eat, drink, or just simply stretch your legs. And what I think is surprising most people, Penta trails by 0-2. Evil Geniuses winning on not just their own map of Clubhouse, but also on Oregon in the 11 rounds.
And here's the thing. Wilkie was right on the money when he said that Cafe is a map that Penta really just doesn't play historically. Now, they are very well known for having pocket strats on their off maps, so there's still potential for a fight back here for Penta, but something that Evil Geniuses are going to try and capitalize on, surely, level of inexperience.
This was a map that Rogue is one of the best teams in North America on, and this is a map that Evil Geniuses was able to take the fight to them yesterday. So you're going against a team that is known amongst the community as one of the best Cafe teams, period. And now you're playing against a team that, while known as one of the best teams, period, doesn't play this map.
I mean, we talked about how Evil Geniuses decisively won the map ban phase. And while, yes, it's very short, you only get to ban the 2 maps for each team, it's still an important part of the match. Now, something to keep in mind on that note is that BKN, or Bacon, the coach for Evil Geniuses, used to work under Shaz, Penta's coach, just a couple seasons ago. So there might be a little bit of inside information going on there from Bacon, an understanding, if you will, of Penta's map picks. Potentially not enough adjustment between seasons from Penta to trip up EG. Now, as a result, EG looks primed to take this final in a very decisive fashion.
What I find funniest about this is that before the actual matches themselves, I had spoken with both teams, and they were both equally happy with the way that the ban phase had went. In fact, Shaz's exact words to me, coach of Penta, was, watch out for Cafe.
That's good to hear for Penta. Potential for a lot more maps as a result. And you're right, I mean, again, that plays into those pocket strategies that Penta are so well known for. Maybe going to be droning into the top of Red Stairs. Bandit Batteries and New Jammers trying to disrupt that from Penta. Looks like they're going to possibly be holding inside a piano moving into this round. Now, that's exactly the strat.
EG has played against a team that is known to incorporate mute jammers quite heavily to disrupt the drone usage of teams on this site. That team is known formerly as Flipside. They're not currently with an org, but they are essentially a